but I'm not sure. So I think I might go ahead and get started now that we have 7 people watching. So yeah, and this will be recorded / it is recording right now. So it'll be on YouTube after the broadcast with the same link that you used to get on. So that's super convenient. And I will edit it so that all of this beginning awkward stuff is gone. Oh my gosh, this is so hilarious right now. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but there's 10 viewers, which is completely awesome. So I'm trying to enable the Q&A so you guys can ask questions, and looks like I can't enable the Q&A. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna present my thing, and then if you have questions afterward, you can feel free to email me or the coach who invited you to get your questions answered, but I will probably cover almost all of them in this presentation. So without further ado, it is 8 o'clock, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Happy Thursday. I think it's Thursday, right? This week has been, I don't know, one of those weeks which is kind of slow but crazy for me. Tavine is asking, do we have to join the Hangout for the Q&A? So I do not know how the Q&A works. It says it's disabled, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do a live Q&A. So if you have questions afterwards, feel free to email them to me at annamarialock@gmail.com and I'll answer them. But I'm probably going to, like I said before, cover almost all your questions with this. So if you don't know me already, my name is Anna, and I have been a Beachbody coach for pretty much exactly 18 months now, a year and a half. So I started back in February of 2014, and since then I have founded the team Inspired Joy, which we're a team of, I think, 120 coaches as of now, so that's super exciting. So tonight, this is the first time I've ever done a What is Coaching info webinar. So the point is to just kind of share a little bit more about my story and what I do as a coach, and maybe what you could do as a coach to give you a better understanding about what this thing is all about. So without further ado, I'm going to start the screen share because I have a presentation. Start screen share. So this should be working, I hope. And I got a couple of my coaches on call. So Hannah and Tavine, can you guys text me, okay, we're good to go, if you can see the presentation, and then we are good to go. So What is Coaching info webinar with Team Inspired Joy. So excited to share this with you guys. Coaching is my biggest passion in life, and it's my favorite topic to talk about. So what are we going to talk about tonight? I'm going to give you a little bit of a background on me and my story. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the background of Beachbody and what Beachbody is, and talk about what coaches do, what Team Inspired Joy does, and how you can make the opportunity fit your life, and then end with what to expect as a new coach with Team Inspired Joy if you decide this opportunity is right for you in your life. And so just one thing to know about me before we get started is I'm a huge Pinterest fan, and I love inspirational quotes. So you're going to see a lot of inspirational quotes tonight. And this one in particular was the first quote that I shared when I first became a Beachbody coach. So when I first signed up, this was my mission. All I wanted was to inspire people. I wanted someone to look at me and say, because of you, I didn't give up. And that was my mission getting started. So a little bit about my story. Oh man. So basically, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know me as the girl with abs. I have absolutely no background in fitness, though. I was a sedentary bookworm my whole life growing up. Into college, PE was the only class where I got less than an A, pretty much. I hated PE. I entered college. I went to a small liberal arts school called Augustana in the Quad Cities, which is on the border of Iowa and Illinois. And it took me about a year, freshman year, to really find my groove with college. So I was never really overweight growing up, but this picture on the top left is me at the end of my freshman year in college. So I did end up putting on probably the stereotypical freshman 15. And I was just trying to figure out my path, and I wasn't confident in my own skin. I have struggled with, just low body image pretty much since junior high. And, I'm sure you can relate. It's like all through high school and all through college, my girlfriends and I would bond over bashing ourselves and trying to one up ourselves. Like, oh, I feel fat today. Oh, no, you're not fat. I'm fat. Or, oh, I ate a salad for lunch. That's all I've eaten all day. I'm like winning at life. It's just like that negative crap. And so anyway, that was me in college. I slowly discovered fitness. It's really funny because I started dating this guy named Ben sophomore year, who is my husband now, and he was on the track team. So because we were a D3 school, I actually joined track and cross country teams because I thought I'd be able to spend more time with him. I didn't know the girls' teams went to different meets than the boys' teams, so it totally backfired. But I started running, and so I started losing weight, getting in shape. Ended up senior year falling in love with home workout programs. So my college roomies and I would do these old like 1990s like tapes, like buns of steel in our living room. It was funny. So I graduated college in 2009, right pretty much in the middle of the recession. And I had a degree in environmental studies. I did not know what I was doing career-wise, so I figured I would just go to grad school and wait out the recession and see if the job market got better. So I ended up getting a full ride to Penn State and got my master's in geography there. It was very ivory tower, like Big Ten, internationally recognized research institution. So I would call myself an academic achiever. I was, just teacher's pet. I was raised to believe that if I just studied hard and worked hard and made good grades and got approval from everyone around me, that I'd be successful at life. So I just plugged and chugged and went along with that. However, I wasn't really confident deep down because I still didn't know what I want to do with my life. So graduated grad school, got married to Ben, moving across. And so we got married, and I spent about 2 years after this, 22 years in academia. I spent about 2 years afterwards in the real world struggling because I couldn't find a job because I still didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So I went into what I call quarter life crisis mode. It was the darkest period of my life because for the first time in my life, I felt like a failure, and I just felt completely worthless. So I kept applying for jobs. I felt like I had to mold myself around these job descriptions and convince people that I was good enough to be hired, and then I would get rejected and rejected and rejected. Then I was like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? So Ben and I ended up moving to Chicago in the summer of 2012, 3 years ago, because he got a job as a teacher here in the city. So we moved to Chicago. And like I said, I had this background in geography, environmental studies. I'd worked at the Nature Conservancy in Oregon for a while, literally a professional tree hugger. Loved the environment, but here in the city, there's not really many environmental jobs. So I babysat, I worked part-time, I just scraped by, I blogged. You can read my whole blog, sob story on my blog. And I finally got a full-time job, which you can see the lower left, at the Lincoln Park Zoo here in Chicago, which is a nonprofit zoo. It's free. Nothing but good things to say about it. It's an amazing institution. So I worked in the education department, and I had the best coworkers ever. So it was a great job. It should be fun. But I still wasn't happy. So for my job, I did outreach programs. So I was traveling all over Chicago to all these underserved schools, junior high schools. So I was working with like basically inner city junior high kids, teaching them how to do research. And it just completely drained me. I was making, just not a ton of money because it's a nonprofit zoo. And, I was just like, is this all there is to life? I felt stuck. I felt completely stuck. And then I felt guilty because I had a full-time job and I was like, who am I to complain? So I felt guilty on top of feeling stuck and depressed. So this all culminated in the winter of 2013 into 2014, which was the winter of the polar vortex. So if you live in the northern half of the country, you know what I'm saying. It was dark, it was freezing, there was ice on the ground for about 6 months straight. And every day I would just wake up, have to put on this uniforms, polo shirt and khakis, and just like go out and drive to the far reaches of the city and just like hustle out the door. And I just woke up just hating my life and just feeling completely just down. Like, do I really have to do this again? So around that time, I had joined the Tone It Up community. So I had started a Tone It Up Instagram account, and I was doing it for me. I was a big proponent of health and fitness that started back in college. So I was still loving the home workouts, loving Karina and Katrina, loving Tone It Up, loving that community. And I was getting to know some of the other Tone It Up girls here in Chicago through Instagram. And so one of them is my friend Deidre, who was a Beachbody coach. And she started talking to me about this Beachbody thing. And you guys, I was so skeptical at first because I'm just like, network marketing and not my thing. Just immediately discounted it like, good for you, not for me, But she kept at it for, I think it took me 2 months before I finally signed up. 2 months of Deidre just like supporting me, giving me love, and telling me about this new program that was coming out, the 21-day fix, that she was super excited about. And I think I clearly remember the moment that clinched it was when she was finally just like, okay, Anna, look, you're spending so much time on Instagram. You have like 1,000 followers on Instagram. So my Instagram account was like the highlight, like the crowning achievement of my life so far. Like 1,000 followers. They were amazing. I was like best friends with my followers. I had this like secret fitness life online that was completely separate from my real life. But my real life was starting to become my online fitness life, because I was just like living in Instagram, living in the Tone It Up community because it was positive and happy and people liked me there and I felt successful there. So she was finally like, okay, look, you're giving all this free marketing to Karina and Katrina by promoting their products and their brand, which is great because I still love them. But Deidre told me, why don't you turn that around, become a coach, and start marketing for yourself? And I was like, yes, I will do that. I will give this a shot. So I gave it a shot. So I signed up to coach when the 21-day fix came out. I signed up to coach when I bought my challenge pack, started drinking Shakeology every day. I did the 21-day fix. You can see my results here. It changed my life. I do not know what I would have done without the fix and without my first challenge group that Deidre and I ran together, because it saved me from that slump, basically from depression, because I finally felt like I was doing something positive for myself. And I got amazing results, de-bloated. I will admit that that's the only time I have ever actually done the complete 21-day fix containers for 3 weeks straight, but I was just so focused. And people noticed, my coworkers noticed, everyone on Instagram noticed, and I started running challenge groups every week and started coaching. So as soon as I started coaching, it really clicked with me because it filled basically every single thing I was passionate about in life. And it filled this gap in my life I didn't even know existed. So it gave me validation. It made me feel good. It gave me a chance to reach out and help other women. It gave me creative freedom to run my own challenge groups, to inspire, to visibly see that I was making a difference. And I was making money. Like I was making so much money from selling 21 Day Fix challenge packs. And it was crazy. So I knew pretty much from month one that this is what I want to do full time. And in the bigger team that I was a part of, I saw other coaches quitting their jobs. So I knew that it was legit. So I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm going to quit my job. That was the scariest thing. First of all, scary to just admit to yourself in your head that I'm going to quit my job and work for myself full time. It's like, what the hell are you even saying? Jobs are security. But I just knew deep down, I had this feeling in my gut. It was the same feeling that I had the very first day I met Ben when I was 19 and I ended up marrying him. So I'm like, okay, this is my intuition. I need to listen to it. So I worked my butt off and I quit my job and I started coaching full time. I quit. I made the leap as soon as I was able to pay the bills. So it was sooner than a lot of people make it. But I just had so much faith and trust in myself in this business. And this week marks officially exactly 1 year since I quit my job at the zoo. And as of last month, I am officially matching my old full-time income. So it's real. So this picture on the bottom right is like this glamour shot. I was invited to this leadership conference in Orlando with my mentor and the other leaders on our team. We got this photo shoot done, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is my life now. It's crazy, it's real, and now I get to share it with you. So one of the most important parts of coaching is knowing why you're a coach. So we call this your why, and why power is the juice that keeps you going through the ups and downs. So your why is very deeply personal. Your why can't just be to help people because that's just what we do. That's not why we do it. So your why has to be something super deep and personal. So my why changed over time. I saw this Instagram quote on the left from Boss Babe. If you follow them on Instagram or follow her, because you deserve your own office space. I saw this when I was working at the zoo and it hit me to my gut because I'm an introvert and I need my own space. Like my own space. I just need my space. I need space to like breathe and just like relax and be me. And when I was working at the zoo, I was moved into the shared office, which was this tiny room with like 8 of the other education facilitators. And I did not have my own space. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go crazy. So I hustled so I could have my own space. And so the next 3 pictures on the top, this is my office space now. I can work from anywhere as a full-time coach. So the first one is my new little office space here in our new apartment, which I'm still decorating. I can work outside on our deck. I have worked in Cancun overlooking the ocean on a Success Club trip that was totally paid for by Beachbody. So my first why was to do it for me. One of my deep whys is to do it for you, to do it for my coaches, to do it for my challengers. I coach to prove that there's another way to live, that you can make a living by just being yourself. So at the top is a quote from one of my coaches. Like I get messages like this all the time. I feel the need to tell you you've literally changed my life. You're such a huge inspiration to me. Like that is the most humbling thing to hear, and that's what keeps me going. And on the bottom though, this is my biggest why. And I might start crying, but my why is my my husband Ben, in the future that we want to create together. So he's a teacher. He is an amazing teacher. He works at these underserved schools. He's just started a new job at a new school, but he works with inner city kids here in Chicago. and it's just like super draining. And like we have big dreams. Like I'm sure you have dreams too. And I mean, they're not big, okay. They're little, they're normal dreams. It's like we want to have kids. We want to buy a house someday, like within the next few years. We want to be able to send our kids to college. And just like I want to create a life that is free from the stress of worrying about money. So when I was working at nonprofits, I was watching my coworkers get pregnant and leave their jobs because they had to quit because they couldn't afford daycare here in Chicago. And I just watched them have to make that heartrending decision between like their baby and their career. And I was just like, no, no, this is not what I want for my life. So this quote, I love it. Normal. What is normal? Normal is getting dressed in clothes that you buy for work, driving through traffic in a car that you're still paying for in order to get a job you need so you can pay for the clothes, car, and the house that you leave empty all day in order to afford to live in it. That's normal. And with coaching, it's an opportunity to create a new normal that you live for yourself, and an ability to just create financial freedom for your family and to be able to leave a legacy. So that's my why ultimately, is because I want to make a bigger difference in the world. So with that being said, that was my story. Let's get into it. So let's talk about Beachbody. I had no idea really what Beachbody was before Deidre started talking to me about it. But Beachbody, you might have seen the infomercials. The company's been around since the late 90s, where they made programs like this that you can do these programs on Beachbody On Demand, which is the digital streaming you get with the club membership. I've tried some of these. I've tried Yoga Booty Ballet. It is a trip. It is super fun. So they sold these at-home fitness programs mainly through infomercials. And P90X was the big one that totally changed everything. It became this like household phenomenon. And so the company realized that they were making so many, sales through word of mouth, through referrals, that they wanted to, be able to acknowledge their customers, because their customers were doing a better job marketing than the infomercials. So in 2007, they launched Team Beachbody, which was the coaching opportunity. And it's basically like being an ambassador for health and fitness. So we're affiliated with Beachbody, but we're independent. So we own our own businesses. It's a multi-level marketing or network marketing structure, but it's not like any other network marketing company you might have been familiar with. So since they launched the coaching opportunity, they've come out with new programs, several new programs every year, with Shakeology, with new flavors of Shakeology, with the 21-day fix and PIO and P90. Since this timeline, there's been Insanity Max 30, which has changed my life. And Shanti's new hip hop program Size. Like there's new programs coming out all the time. So basically the coaching opportunity is a way for Beachbody to recognize their most loyal customers and also be able to provide financial fitness as well as physical fitness. So this is I love this analogy because this is kind of what we understand. So coaching is it's something brand new. It's very hard to understand, but we are familiar with franchising. So with franchising, you're like opening a chain basically. So the company takes care of the marketing, blah, blah, blah. And with coaching, it's kind of like that because you are affiliating yourself with an established brand that does all the marketing, but you're in control of your own business. But here's the difference. So when you're opening a franchise or when you're opening your own business in general, you're going to have to take out huge, scary, crazy loans. And you're probably not going to make a profit for at least 2 or 3 years when you open your own small business, if ever. That's just how it works. That is accepted. So with coaching, there's basically no cost. So you sign up with a $40 enrollment fee. If you buy a challenge pack, that enrollment fee is waived. And then after that, it's only $15.95 a month, and you can make profit immediately. So, like it says here, because the low startup cost, it's easy to take this for granted and treat it like a hobby. So it pays like a hobby. But if you decide to treat your business like a business, there's literally limitless potential for earning and for income, which we'll talk about the money in a little bit. So the mission of Beachbody. So like I said before, it took me 2 months to do research, do Googling, and convince myself this wasn't a scam and that this was legit. And I ultimately signed up because I learned that Beachbody, it is a company that is values driven, family focused. It rewards you for helping other people. So the mission of Beachbody is to help people achieve their goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives. And I was at Summit, which is our big annual kind of convention in It was in Nashville this summer. And our CEO of the company, Carl, talked about his vision for the company. And he's a visionary, and this is also what attracts me to the company is the guys in corporate and the people in charge. Like, they're visionaries, they have the hugest hearts, they're hilarious, they just want to help people. And he had the audacity to call Beachbody, to just make up this new term, multi-level helping. So yeah, we have a multi-level marketing like compensation structure, but apart from that, our mission is to just help people. So where each one who is helped has the honor of helping the next. So the more people you help, the more successful you are with this business. So that's the mission. And the ultimate Beachbody goal is to end the trend of obesity in America. And we do that by simply being ambassadors for healthy living and promoting sustainable long-term lifestyle changes, and accessible fitness and nutrition programs that can help people. So no quick fixes here. So just think about, so I went to Holland this summer to visit family, and everyone I talked to there, when I told them I was a health and fitness coach, the first impression I got from everyone in Holland was like, oh yeah, in America, obesity is a big thing, isn't it? They just said it. And I was like, yeah, I guess, like that's how people view our nation. It's so sad. And so I'm sure that you right now in your life right now, I'm sure you can think off the top of your head at least 2 or 3 people who you love dearly who struggle with health issues because of their weight. And so what if you could help them and save their lives, like literally save their lives? That's what we do. So I know there's a lot of companies out there that also do health and fitness products, but why I was attracted to Beachbody and what makes us unique is that we're not just about the products. We are a quadfecta. Is that a thing, like trifecta? Quadfecta of success. So we focus on fitness with world-class at-home fitness programs that are proven to get you results. Nutrition, because really healthy living happens from the inside out at a holistic level. So we have supplements, we have Shakeology to provide the nutritional value, support with the coaching and with our challenge group, and also rewards. I will tell you, Beachbody does recognition and rewards like none other. So with the products are, the highest quality products ever. There's so much product integrity. And as a coach, you have to love the products because otherwise you won't be able to authentically promote them to anyone. So I love this picture of Shakeology because this is a picture called the Shakeology wall. It's an actual wall of ingredients at the Beachbody HQ in California. So these are all the superfoods that are in Shakeology. So a lot of people say like, oh, Shakeology is so expensive. I don't know if I need a shake, la la la, because it's totally different than anything else that is on the market. So, it's made from whole foods. It's made from all these pulverized, dehydrated superfoods. And so when I talk about product integrity, one of the stories I love is about vanilla Shakeology. So it took Beachbody years to develop the vanilla Shakeology flavor because they couldn't find a source of vanilla that met their standards for both sustainability and also just quality of taste. So it's the best out there. And also with recognition and rewards, this is cool. So this is something that I didn't really know about until this summer. But Beachbody has a challenge. Every single month, you can submit your before and after pictures to the Beachbody challenge to win cash prizes. And they give away lots of cash prizes every month. But every year, they have 2 grand prize winners of people who have the most inspirational, insane, life-changing transformations. And so these 2 people, I know this is kind of like infomercially, but these people are real. I met them at Summit. They are real. They are amazing. And, you know, it's like if you let the products change your life, they will change your life if you're willing to put in the work. So it's just so inspirational. So moving on to what is a coach? So I know a lot of times when I talk to someone about coaching, you know, it's easy to think, oh, not me, because coach means like I have to do things, I have to help people. And like, I'm not qualified for that. I don't got time for that. But really, you know, a coach doesn't have to be, you know, we're not experts because we promote these world-class scientifically researched programs. So we don't make the meal plans, the programs have the meal plans, you know, so you don't have to be an expert. You do not have to be at your own personal fitness goals because it's so much more inspirational when someone is watching your journey than when someone is watching you is like, I have a 6-pack abs. Like no one's going to relate to that, but people are going to relate to your journey. And a coach does not have to be a salesperson. Oh my gosh, no, I do not want salespeople on my team. So what is a coach then? So a coach just shares how people can change their lives and achieve their goals. A coach is committed to being proof the products work. So we work out all the time, we drink Shakeology, we hold ourselves to a higher standard of health and fitness and on our journeys. And we're constantly improving and developing ourselves. So as a coach, your role is to just encourage people and to give people love and to match them with a program that'll help them achieve their goals and to just give them the support that they need. And I think that's so critical is the emotional support because let's face it, when you're first starting out and you decide, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to lose weight, you know, it's so hard to do that on your own when the whole world is stacked against you, when your coworkers are against you, when there's like temptation in the office, when your family's judging you, when your friends are judging you, and we're just getting like pressure to eat like crap and go out and drink. And it's like easy to give up. And so that is why coaching is important. And on the other side, once you do lose a lot of weight, you know, you're still, even if you lose 100 pounds, you're still the same person on the inside. So if you don't have that inner emotional transformation and grow and develop into the new version of you on the inside, as your body is losing weight and changing on the outside, you know, you're never going to feel confident. You're never going to feel proud of yourself. So that is another role of a coach, is to just give that emotional support through the inner journey and through personal development and constantly improving ourselves. That's what we work on as coaches. So what do coaches do? So there's this, we do 3 main, it's called the vital behaviors. So 3 things. Number 1 on the left, we do personal development. So that is working on our inner selves. Kind of almost, you could think of it as like the spiritual journey. So working on our confidence, we read books, we listen to podcasts. If you get nothing out of this presentation, please get that personal development is important. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is what I recommend to everyone. If you have not listened to Andrea Owen's podcast called Your Kick-Ass Life, please go to iTunes after you finish watching this and check out her podcast. I think you might like it. So we do personal development. The second vital behavior is we're a product of the product, which means we drink Shakeology, we eat right, we work out, we are proof that the products work. So this is my Insanity Max 30 results. I did Insanity Max 30 over Christmas. And this girl likes to eat and likes to drink and likes her Christmas cookies. So even without nutrition, like, I still got those results. Like, we just proved the products work. And if you can show before and after, that is going to speak so much louder than a spammy picture of like, here's my product, buy it and join my challenge. It's like we share our stories and we prove the products work. And then we run challenge groups. So we help people by matching them with a program that will help them achieve their goals. Then we run these online accountability groups through Facebook, which you might be a part of one right now. And we just give them a safe, private place to share their own journeys and encourage and support each other. So, in a nutshell, that's what we do. And you can coach if I'm sure you're wondering, like, okay, how much time does this all take? I guarantee that you might already be working out and eating right. So, it's just like a little extra time to pay it forward and do these groups. So I would say about, if you can commit like 30 minutes to an hour a day, like if you wanted to build a business, you would over time build a business. So it's not a lot of time. Okay, and then this is one of the objections I get a lot. So wait, I have to sell stuff, but I'm not salesy. Okay, girl, if you're convincing me that you don't want to be a salesperson and that you're not salesy, like, you're literally selling me on the fact that you're not salesy. So stop it right now. But that being said, we don't just sell stuff. We provide solutions to help other people achieve their goals. So people order products through us, but it's not about that per se. It's more about the service that we provide through the accountability. So we share our journeys. Here are some amazing pictures of some of the beautiful coaches on Inspire Joy or in our challenge groups. So we share our journeys. We open up. You don't have to post bikini pictures all over social media. You can share, like, I love this picture of Hillary in her old prom or her old bridesmaid's dress, or Karen at the bottom right. You just share your journey, and no matter how boring your life is right now, or you think your life is, I guarantee that if you just start posting about your life, people are gonna be interested, because we all want to know what everyone else is doing. All right, personal development, which I already talked about. That's a biggie. So especially on our team, especially with me, if you sign up on our team, you're going to be put on a regimen of personal development. These are just a few of, just a few. These are some of the books. So I did not know what personal development was until I became a coach. I was just like, self-help, I don't need self-help books. Psh, what else? So, but then I became a coach and they're like, oh, you have to read personal development. And I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff, it's like crack for your brain. It makes you feel so good. So I'm going to post some of my favorite ones on my blog later. But just getting started, some of my favorite ones are Brene Brown, her book, The Gifts of Imperfection. I also love You Are a Badass, which is that yellow one. And yeah, there's so many personal development books. They're so amazing based on your goals. But how far you go in life is going to be capped by how much you can grow on the inside. So if you're thinking about, like, what's the secret to success? How am I going to be a successful coach? How am I going to make my dreams come true? You have everything it takes already inside of you. Let me just let that sink in for a second. Where you want to be and the person you want to be is already the person that you are inside. And that gap between where you are right now and where you want to be, like, I don't care how, tough your situation is right now, but the gap that exists is only in your mind. And you can reprogram your brain to close the gap and to decide today, right now, this second, that you are going to be that girl. Like back when I was depressed, I was just like, I just want to be, that girl that has this creative online business that just walks down the street with her head held high, confident, in adorable, gorgeous clothes, and is outgoing and friendly to everyone she meets and just exudes this quiet power. Because you don't have to be outgoing and extroverted to be powerful. You can be quiet, but I wanted to be her. And what I've learned is that she's been inside of me all along. So with personal development, it just helps you take yourself to the next level. All right. So I love this. You can screenshot this if you want. This is a little graphic about what do coaches do. So there's a lot of different things you can do as a coach. There are absolutely no expectations placed on you, okay? The only expectation I will place on you if you're on my team is that you are positive, you do your best, you ask when you need help, and you actively work on becoming the best version of yourself. So on the left side, this is what you have to do in Inspire Joy. You have to be committed to your own health and fitness journey. Coaching is the best way to be long-term accountable. So I have so many girls in my challenge groups that come back month after month because they fall off the wagon. You guys, that wagon, it's like that girl. The wagon exists in your brain. The wagon is your life, and you cannot fall off your life. So yeah, you can slip up. Yeah, you can be better or worse through nutrition. You can gain and lose weight. But you're never gonna feel good about yourself until you believe you're worth it. So being a coach is just surrounding yourself with this positivity and this atmosphere of support so you can stay committed to your own journey. We do personal development, we're supportive, we drink Shaco, we focus on the positive. If you want to build a business, so if you want to either get your own Shakeology costs covered, because I know it's pricey. Okay, I just have to say, when I signed up to coach, my first goal as a coach was to never, ever, ever pay for my own Shakeology because that shit costs money. It's an investment. And I've done it. I've never had to pay for it. So because I started running challenge groups, you can be an ambassador of healthy living to the people you love. I know this is hard because my family makes fun of me for being healthy, but it's positive. Encourage your friends and family to be healthy. Be that person at the office that brings in healthy snacks. Be that person at happy hour that gets a soda water and lime instead of a beer, Just be the positive influence. You can share your story on social media. You can build a team, and you can build a legacy and work towards financial freedom, but it's not expected. There's no sales requirements. I love this graphic because it reminds me of those Choose Your Own Adventure books. Do you remember those? Did you ever read those? I read those in junior high, where it's like you get to choose your own plot for the book. So your coaching business means your rules. You are your own boss. You get to decide what your goals are, and you get to decide what success means to you. I mean, how freaking awesome is that? So these are not required paths, but these are some of the options you can do. So you can sign up as a coach just for the discount, 25% off all products, no sales. It's totally fine. You could sign up as a hobby coach, which is like you dabble, you do challenge groups, you have a full-time job, which you love, but you also love health and fitness, and you make some extra income. Or you can go all in, build a life of freedom, build a team that's doing the same. This takes a lot of time. But if you want to go for this, it is not too good to be true because I am doing it and I will teach you how to do it so you won't be alone. Or you can be in between. You can flip-flop based on what's going on in your life. So if you're thinking right now, like, this all sounds good, but I don't got time for that. Okay, wake up call. There's coaches, some of the most successful coaches in the network still have full-time jobs, have families. Some of the coaches on our team that are top coaches on our team, there's one coach, Jen. I think she has 5 kids, and she was like the top coach, like the top, challenge pack sales, person, like, which basically means the most rockin' challenge. She had the most rockin' challenge group on our whole team last month. It's like excuses will always be there for you. And I know that starting something new is really scary when your life feels overwhelming. But we all have the same 24 hours in the day. And if your life is so overwhelming that you can't carve out 30 minutes for you to put yourself 30 minutes ahead of the rest of the demands of your day, just wake up 30 minutes earlier to work out and work on your own confidence before your kids, your job, your emails, your inbox takes over. Like, if you can't do that for yourself, then you maybe need to rethink your priorities and ask for help, because I guarantee that you have time to take care of yourself and you have time to put yourself first for 30 minutes a day without feeling guilty. And you have time to work on your dreams. You know, if you're afraid that you don't have time, I am here to fight for you and to help you, and I am in this with you. So we all have the same number of hours in a day as Beyonce. We might not have as many personal assistants as her, but hey, it's the quote. Okay, so here's another, this is the biggest objection like I had at first, was like, wait, is this one of those pyramid schemes? And I love this slide. So can you just take a couple seconds to look at these pyramids that are socially accepted in our economy today? Yeah, so in my job, I was on the right-hand side pyramid, and I was one of the little sad faces below. So let's think about what a pyramid really is in terms of work. And then let's think about like literally a pyramid. You know, think of the Great Pyramids of Egypt. Those things have been standing for thousands of years. So why is a pyramid bad? I don't know. So first of all, pyramid schemes, do you even know what a pyramid scheme is? They're illegal, and I'm probably going to totally butcher this explanation, but what an illegal pyramid scheme is it's when you have this company where there's no product exchanging hands and you just like sign people up and then make money off of them for signing them up, but there's no products. I don't know. It's really sleazy. And the difference, the reason why Beachbody is not a pyramid scheme is because, first of all, it's legal. It was ranked in the top, I think it was like number 30 out of the top 100 network marketing companies in the world, and we're not even internationally available. And the thing about Beachbody is that there's no one at the top that's controlling everything. So when you sign up as a coach, you are essentially your own CEO, okay? So you're the boss. Every single coach starts at the same level, ground zero, and every single coach has the same opportunities available. So there's no limit to what you can achieve. It's just all a matter of how you choose to work and if you choose to plug into the resources that are available. And so, yeah, if you want to build a team and make a business, you will sign up coaches below you on two legs. So it ends up looking like a triangle, but you don't make, it's not like you make a cut off of the coaches below you in your organization. So you earn bonuses based on your team's volume, but they come from above. So, you know, when you sign up as a coach, you get a 25% discount on all the products. And that takes the place of the 25% commission that your coach earned from your orders. So, you know, everyone's the same. Everyone is on the same playing field. I feel like this is not the best explanation I could be given. So if you want to hear more, let me know and I can send you some videos that will explain it better. But trust me, it's legit. It's legit. So another awesome thing about coaching is the live events. So most of these pictures are from Coach Summit, which was in Nashville. It's going to be in Nashville again next year. It's training, it's celebration, it's awesome. The bigger team that we're a part of also puts on a smaller event every November in Dallas, which is where I met Shalene Johnson on the right. So that's cool too. So there's live events every few months so you can get together just with other people that do the same thing as you. and be inspired and meet up with the team, which is so fun. And rewards as a coach. So you get 25% commission off of purchases that people order through you, and you also get a 25% discount. You do get bonuses for team growth. You get recognition, you get trips. So I earned an all expenses paid, all inclusive 5-day vacation to Cancun this spring that I could take Ben with, all paid for. It's called the Success Club trip. Next spring, we're going on a cruise. And also they give us so much training and so much personal development to become leaders and just become better versions of ourselves. So our team is called Inspire Joy. And so each different team of coaches, has kind of a different vibe. So that's why it's important if you decide to sign up, or when you decide to sign up as a coach, that you find a team and you find a sponsor that you really click with, because they really, they become your family. So we are a team of mainly women, although we're not discriminatory. And some of our values are empowerment, balance, courage, authenticity, happiness, success, confidence, passion, and joy. And sometimes we take ourselves too seriously, but we are quirky and awkward and goofy at heart. And so we are pretty selective and picky about who we bring on into our family. So we're very creative. Almost all of us are outgoing or ingoing, introverts, passionate about health, fitness, love helping others. You do have to be self-motivated and driven, motivated by a challenge. When you join our team, you're joining a really tight-knit sisterhood, and we are all passionate about designing authentic, wholehearted lives and just being ourselves. So here's a couple coach spotlights of coaches on our team. So this is one of our coaches, Taveen. She has a full-time job as a registered dietitian, but her true passion lies in being a health and fitness coach. So she says, I feel like God has called me to this very position. All the events and ups and downs in my life have compounded to this moment where I am able to help those around me succeed, strive, fail, pick themselves back up, and conquer what they set out to do. I love that I can help friends, family, and complete strangers live healthier and happier lives. Becoming a coach provides me with the accountability I need to stick to my own healthy eating journey. And I love this. She's only been coaching for 6 months. She was able to pay off all her student loans last month and this month with just her Beachbody earnings after 6 months. She still has some left over. So she says, I can't believe that a job exists where I can do what I love while making money and slowly getting out of debt. She is super, super amazing. And then this is Hannah. I am just going to try and click this so you can see her video and hear her in her own words. See if this works.
Guys, my name is Hannah Robinson. I'm really excited that you're doing this preview group with us to learn more about what coaching is. To me, coaching is the opportunity to live the life that I want to live instead of living it on someone else's time. Before Beachbody, I was living in New York, working a corporate job that was not fulfilled at all. And then when I did the 21-day fix and decided to pass my experience along to other people, I found a joy and purpose that I didn't know that I would find with Beachbody. And ever since becoming a coach, there's just like no way that Beachbody hasn't changed my life. It has completely changed my relationship with food, my relationship with myself, how I view just happiness and nutrition. And it has allowed me to create a second business for cupcakes. I know, funny that is cupcakes and health and fitness, but I love baking and want to share my love of baking with other people, just like I want to share my love of health and fitness with other people. And I wouldn't have this opportunity to help others with their health and fitness, as well as helping myself with my own health and fitness and my relationship with food and my self-confidence, if it wasn't for Beachbody. And I know that this is getting a little over a minute, so I'm going to cut it short, but this is just really an amazing opportunity to create the life that you want to live and design your own dreams. Just like dream big. The sky is the limit, and do not let anyone hold you back, because you have the power to inspire someone and change someone's life, and you should never take that opportunity for granted. So that's how Beachbody has changed my life and why I love this company so much. And I hope that you guys can feel that through this video. All right, bye.
All right, back here. So that was Hannah. Oh my gosh. So a couple of the coaches on our team, what you can expect as a new coach when you sign up. So when you sign up as a coach on Inspire Joy, you're joining a family, and we will plug you in, welcome you with open arms. We do monthly new coach orientation workshops. You will get mentorship from your sponsor. So you're your own boss, and your sponsor's job is to encourage you and support you and plug you in. You end up, it's up to you whether you want to do the work or not, but we will be there to guide you and show you the way. We also have access to the most amazing business training, social media training. The bigger team we're a part of does monthly business boot camps called Coach Prep School. We also have weekly webinars and team calls to stay connected. We have Facebook pages for support and huge vaults of resources. So like all the things you need to know to share your story, learn how to run challenge groups, and basically learn how to be an online business person. So how you earn money. This is going a little long, so I'm not going to show you this whole video. But if you want to learn the basics of how to Beachbody coaches make money, just search Epic Every Rep, how do Beachbody coaches make money. So I'll give you the summary. When you first start out, you're going to be making money mainly through commissions. So we earn 25% commission on everything that people order from us. So, and then extra bonuses for challenge packs, which is Shakeology plus a program for a discount. And so in order to get your own Shakeology costs covered, you would have to share Shakeology with 2 to 3 people a month. So it's not a lot to get your own costs covered. And then once you start building a team, you start to earn bonuses from Beachbody, from the top down, not based. So it's not like you get a cut of your coach's sales and you don't earn money from them, but you earn money from Beachbody top down based on the volume of sales that your team generates. So I am going to show you, I know you're thinking like, is this legit? So I'm just going to show you the money. These are screenshots of my actual weekly paychecks. So we get paid weekly direct deposit. And this is going to show you, these are not my highest paychecks in the month. These are just kind of like some average. So this is not a get rich quick thing, but if you're consistent and committed and in it for the long haul, it's a get rich slow thing. So you'll see on the top left, this is my first week of coaching. My first week, I sold 3 21-day fixed challenge packs to my coworkers and my Instagram friends, and I earned back my own Shakeology and startup costs plus some in just 1 week. By month 6, you can see I was still doing some pretty good retail sales, but I was also building a team, so I was starting to earn some team bonus. And then within a year, you can see that my commission, so the top number, it basically either stayed the same or went down because I'm not in this for the sales. I just, I want to bring on, just 3 to 5 new clients every month so I can give my full attention and my full love to them. So I'm not in this just to sell tons and tons of products, because when I make a sale, it means that someone is like signing up to work with me. So I want to partner with them. But I was growing my team. So my team bonus started to grow. And somewhere around a little over a year into coaching is when my bonus started exceeding my commission. So this last picture on the right bottom right, this is from just the other week. So this is my income, and this does not include the income that my husband makes because I signed up him as a coach too. So he also makes bonuses. He doesn't actually work the business, but I signed him up in my organization, and he makes bonuses from the team too. So that's just extra residual income coming in on top of my own income, and it's growing from there. So not a lot of money. This represents about, like part-time hours basically working. But what you earn is totally up to you. So totally up to you. So on the flip side, this is a quick graph of my commission compared to my team cycle bonus. So I love numbers because I'm a scientist. So the blue line is my commissions, and you can see that they've kind of like been up and down, but consistent or down. My team cycle bonus, it takes about a year to really get momentum going. So when you sign up to coach, if you sign up to build a business, you're going to have to be ready to put in a full year of consistent effort. You never have to work harder as your team grows, but you just have to work the same despite the ups and downs. And this has been, I think, one of the biggest challenges for me personally, is just becoming emotionally resilient to the roller coaster, because some months are better than others. And that's just like starting a business, you just got to keep going. And so just in the last few months, my team has been exploding because it grows exponentially, because you sign up coaches and they sign up coaches, and all of a sudden your team has a bajillion coaches and you don't even know who they are, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I've made it. But it does take, I would say, probably 1 to 2 years of commitment, which sounds like a lot of time, but think about, how long do you go to school to get a degree? I went to school for 6 years to get a degree that it's like I learned a lot, but it didn't really help me out. And so just 2 years of my life to set a foundation for future financial stability, that's good enough. So this is just me. I'm just a real girl, realistic. So here's another picture. This is my own mentor, one of the coaches above me, Chelsea, who's Chelsea Blush on Instagram. She's our bigger team leader in the team above Inspired Joy. So she, basically went balls out with her business, and she's been coaching for 4 years and is making almost $50,000 a month. And this is not including her husband, because he's a coach. He's an active coach as well. So, it's like you can go to college for 4 years and put yourself $50K in debt a year, or you can decide to give coaching a shot. And who knows what's going to happen? You just have to throw yourself in and just not give up for long enough. So that's what's possible. I know it seems too good to be true. But yeah, no, this girl's real. It's Chelsea and her husband, Rob. They are my friends. They flew me down to Orlando a couple weeks ago to visit them. So yeah, it's real. It's not too good to be true if you're willing to put in the work and just not give up on yourself. So along with the money, you're probably wondering, okay, so how much does coaching cost? So you will sign up with a challenge pack if you have not already ordered one. And the only required cost is a $16 a month fee, which covers your websites, customer service, shipping, inventory, like all the back office business stuff. So I have an Etsy shop. I sell scarves and watercolors on the side, just like as my creative outlet. And you guys, like my Etsy fees and PayPal fees and like bookkeeping fees are at least twice as much as my Beachbody fees. And it's like, I don't get half as much. So that's the coaching fee to keep a coach account. Like preferably will be drinking Shakeology every day, so that for your own journey, and so you can share it. So with the discount, it's like $100 a month for Shakeology. And then optional, you can subscribe to the club membership, which is freaking awesome because it gives you access to Beachbody on demand digital streaming. So yeah, it's an investment. So total monthly coaching costs are around $117 a month, depending where you live. If you live in Canada, it's different because it's Canadian dollars, depending on taxes. But you guys, like, think about what you spend in a month. Like, this is an this isn't just like buying products. Like, this is an investment in your long-term health and happiness. And like, am I worth 117 bucks a month? I think yes. Plus, like I said, if you share Shakeology or a challenge pack with 3 people a month, you get your own cost covered plus some. So it's totally worth it. So you might be interested in coaching, but you're thinking like, why me? You might be thinking, I'm not special, I can't do this. You might be afraid. I've been paralyzed by fear almost my whole adult life. I'm still working on it. I have been a perfectionist. I'm a recovering perfectionist. And I am terrified of something going wrong, of the other shoe dropping. Like, when I feel happy, the first thing that comes to mind is like, oh, this is too good to last. But coaching is showing me that a happy life is not too good to be true. So I just want to ask you, like, what would you do in your life if you weren't afraid? Not just sign up to coach, but like, really, what would you do with your life if you weren't afraid? What's possible? What's something you've dreamed about, but you just written off because it's unrealistic, or it's like a pipe dream. Like, I had dreams 2 years ago that I didn't even know what my dreams were, because I didn't even want to give myself permission to think about them. But with coaching and personal development and just this opportunity and seeing it actually happen, and work for me just by being myself, and then watching it work for my coaches just for being themselves, it's not too good to be true. So what would you do if you weren't afraid? And like, I can't make this decision for you. I can't decide that you're going to be successful for you. But I promise, if you decide to commit to becoming a coach and joining Inspire Joy, I am going to fight for you. I am going to be in your corner, and I'm going to run with you. Your sponsor, if they're not me, they're going to run with you. And I can't give you success, but I can give you the opportunity, the tools, the resources, and the love that you need to make things happen. So it can change your life if you let it, and it can change other people's lives too. So, like, why not just try? You're here for a reason. If you're still listening to me after an hour of like my rambling, you're here for a reason. So, and then, okay, worst case scenario, there's no strings attached. You can cancel at any time. What if no one wants to join you? What if you fail? At the end of the day, like, what did you gain? You connected to an amazing team who will love you and welcome you with open arms. You got in the best shape of your life, and you faced your fears head on and grew as a person, and just like improved every aspect of your life. Like, that's the worst case scenario. So really, in life, there's really no such thing as failure. As long as you show up and try and do your best, even if you make mistakes or even if you fall short of your expectations, that's not failure. That's just something to learn from and something to grow from. So if you have been moved by my ramblings, so if you think that you're ready to do this, like, let's just do it. It's not a giant leap. It's just one little baby step. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to trust your gut. So I want you right now to message the person who invited you to this call. Even if you don't want to coach, like, give them the courtesy message and say, hey, I love listening to Anna. She's a little crazy, but I'm not interested right now. That's okay. Or say, hey, I'm interested. Let them know what kind of coach you want to be, either discount coach, work on yourself, hobby coach, see what you can do, or business builder. You can think you want to be a business builder without believing in yourself. If I can do it, you can do it. So let them walk you through the sign-up process. And then we're going to start our next new coach orientation workshop the first Monday in September, which I think is Labor Day, or the day after Labor Day. And if you want to become a hobby coach or business coach or get your own initial costs covered if you're thinking like, I can't afford this, then be an apprentice coach. And you can run a challenge group together. You can help your sponsor run their challenge group, and you can invite people to the group and learn hands-on how to be an active coach. So it's like, we're not going to throw you to the wolves. We're going to welcome you into the fold of sheepies. So last parting slide. I want everyone to take a deep breath right now, because I need it to. Let it out. So always trust your gut. It knows what your head hasn't yet figured out. There's two voices in our bodies, in our minds. There's the voice that's in our head, which is the crazy girl, the ego, the mean girl, the inner critic, the like, you're not good enough, or you need to do this, you should do this. And the chatter that might like wake you up in the middle of the night and you can't shut it off, like that's your mind. Don't listen to that voice. It's not you. It's not who you are. Listen to that deep, calm wisdom, that feeling either in your heart or in your gut that is just not emotional. It's not drama. It's just like, do this or don't do this, trust your gut. So if coaching is something that you're intrigued in and you want to learn more about, just reach out, do it, take the step, and we've got your back. And we're back. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I know that it's late, especially if you're on the East Coast, but it was so amazing to spend the evening with you, and I can't wait to chat more. So have a fabulous rest of your night.